Hello again. Well, no big surprise here, huh? What did I hear? What did I hear? I know. I heard that the White House is working overtime. And not for your benefit. No. They're working overtime to try and make this event that took place in San Bernardino with the slaughter of those innocent people. They're trying to make it appear as if though it's related to workplace violence. Yeah, Saeed Rizwan Farouk, he was just upset because of whatever took place during that Christmas party. Well, the problem is, if anybody's awake, there's too many problems that say otherwise. We've been told that his bride, Tashin Malik, didn't drive. So if she didn't drive, wouldn't that tell us that the vehicle with her and whatever armament they had was waiting downstairs in the garage of the office building? And wouldn't it stand to reason that Saeed created a ruckus, left, and returned in 20 minutes? Hey, it takes a while to put on all that battle gear, you know? You don't just jump into it. Huh? Totally insane. I don't know how much longer the American people are going to stand for this bullshit coming out of that White House from that Sunni, Islamic, extremist, homosexual Muslim Arab. They're trying to paint this to be nothing but workplace violence. Forget about the 109 or whatever it was text messages that Tashin and Farouk sent just prior to their slaughter. You notice how nobody's looking for the recordings from their pro-cams? Huh? What did they find? Well, they found rappers in the mother's car. Oh, by the way, the mother shared the car with her loving son, Saeed. They found rappers for the videos that go into those pro-cams. You think maybe we'll see it on national television? Or has it already been played in Saudi Arabia and blocked from our viewers here in the United States? I'm referring to the slaughter of those 14 innocent people. How much more evidence does anyone need? Huh? He did the same thing with Fort Hood. He did the same thing with Chattanooga. He always protects Muslims. Look what he did by releasing those 5 terrorists from Guantanamo. He traded them for a traitor. You don't think he knew that Bowie Bergdahl was a traitor? Huh? Can you point to anything that he's done that's helped the American people? Shovel-ready jobs didn't help the American people. Obamacare hasn't helped the American people. There's nothing that he's done that's helped the American people. But there's an awful lot that he's done that's furthered his cause. What's his cause? Well, if you've been paying attention, he, like his buddy that runs Turkey, Tayyip Erdogan, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, they're Muslim Brotherhood members. Doesn't matter that Egypt deemed them to be a terrorist organization. Obama has many key cabinet positions headed by Muslim Brotherhood members. I'm inclined to think that Jay Johnson's one of them. You know, he heads up Homeland Security. I'm inclined to think that John Brennan is one of them. He heads up the CIA. I'm inclined to think that Hillary Rodham Clinton got converted by Huma Abedin. Huma Abedin herself was members of the woman version of the Muslim Brotherhood, as is her mother. Her father was members of the men's version. Her brother is members of the men's version. You think maybe she did a conversion job on Hillary when the 4 years they spent traveling around the world, getting intimately close with one another? From what's been rumored. Huh? Folks, I don't know. I just think it's absolutely disgusting that this administration doesn't come out and tell the American people the truth. James Comey, the FBI director, has got to be under an awful lot of pressure being exerted upon him by the chosen one. Yet James Comey says he's not at all political and he is not influenced by politics. Well, if he isn't influenced by politics, how is it that Hillary Rodham Clinton hasn't been arrested and charged with countless crimes? General Petraeus had his diary, his work calendar diary, in his own desk, in his own home. And he was charged with felonies because the desk wasn't locked. And Hillary? Hillary's campaigning. The front runner for the Democratic Party. Not for much longer. And then there's nobody left in that Democratic Party. You think Obama's going to let it all go to hell in a handbasket? It's going there anyway. But you know what would happen if he were removed from power and if a Republican like Donald took control of the White House? You know what would happen, and he knows what would happen. He'd find himself on trial for treason. And he might end up taking his 13 last steps, the same as Saddam Hussein took those last 13 steps. Folks, you really have to wake up. This is totally disgusting. They have no respect for those that were slaughtered. Obama sent a delegation to Ferguson, Missouri for that little bandit, Michael Brown. He held up a little store, strong-armed the store for cigarillos so he can go roll his own weed. And what happened to his sidekick? Nothing. But Obama sent a delegation to Michael's funeral. You think he's done the same? Well, he hasn't done the same. The First Lady was just laid to rest. No mention about the event by the administration. You know why? Because they're infidels. That's why. I don't know, folks. We just keep going around and around. And we ignore the truth. We have a radical, Islamic, Sunni, homosexual, Muslim Arab. It's 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and he's destroying our country right in front of our eyes. He's getting assistance from that Attorney General, Loretta Lynch. I think she's one of those too. She has to be. Listen to what she said. I want to prosecute anyone that speaks out in a threatening way to Muslims. But when the Donald's threatened, she ignores it. You sort of getting the picture? Huh?